Good afternoon, teacher. Today I'm going to talk about current trends in communicative language teaching. Introduction. In 1990s, communicative approach has been widely implemented. It describes a set of very general principles grounded in the notion of communicative competence. The communicative competence focused on three aspects. These were communicative syllabus and methodology, the goal of second and foreign language teaching, and finally the way of achieving the goal. Then we have 10 core assumptions on current CLT. First, second language learning is facilitated when learners are engaged in interaction and meaningful communication. Second, effective classroom learning tasks and exercise provide opportunities for students to negotiate meaning, expand their language resources, notice how language is used, and take part in meaningful interpersonal exchange. 3. Meaningful communication results from students processing content that is relevant, purposeful, interesting, and engaging. 4. Communication is a holistic process that often calls upon the use of several language skills or modalities. Language learning is a gradual process that involves creative use of language and trial and error. 7. Learners develop their own routes to language learning, progress different rates, and have different needs and motivations for language learning. 8. Successful language learning involves the use of effective learning and communication strategies. 9. The role of teacher in language classroom as facilitator. And finally, the classroom is a community where learners learn through collaboration and sharing. Then we have the characteristics of classroom activities. Here we have 4 characteristics. The first one is they seek to develop students' communicative competence through linking grammatical development to the ability to communicate. Second, they create the need for communication, interaction, and negotiation of meaning through the use of activities such as problem solving, information sharing, and role play. Then we have they provide opportunities for both inductive as well as deductive learning of grammar. And finally, they make use of content that connects to students' lives and interests. Then we have 8 major changes in CLT. The first one is learner autonomy. Learners choose their own learning, both content and process. Second, the social nature of learning. Learning is a social activity which depends on interaction with others. Curricular integration. English is not standalone but linked to other subjects in the curriculum. Then we have focus on meaning. Learning activities are about exploration of meaning through context-based teaching. 5. Diversity. Learners learn in different ways and have different strengths to develop their learning strategies. Then we have thinking skill. Learners develop critical and creative thinking to apply in real-life situations. 7. Alternative assessment. Using multiple forms of assessment such as observation, interviews, journals, and portfolios to measure learners' comprehension. Teachers as co-learner. The facilitator to try out different alternatives constantly. And finally, key components in CLT focus on social learning that individuals. Focusing on process-oriented that produce-oriented. Focusing on learning-centered that teacher-centered. Emphasizing on holistic learning by connecting the school with the world. Focusing on internal than outside the classroom in research and theory building. Focusing on the study of individual differences. Thank you so much. That was my presentation about current trends in communicative language teaching.